The flesh is weak, but the dragon is a thief. But the world is myself. But change is chaotic. But death is chaotic. But natural is rot. The flesh is weak, but the steel is lie. Machines rot. Flesh rots. All rots.
Danny, you doing okay there?
System reset. Thank you for your patience. David, what is your plan for the new year? What growth do you plan for your company in the coming year?
Oh, I've been working on this company for just over a year now, though I admit I did some stupid stuff in making it. But this channel, I've been doing the weekly, or nearly weekly, upload for about a year now, more or less, so let's talk about this. I've talked a lot about what I intend for Conqueror Creations. In all honesty, we're one step, more or less, from restarting our Kickstarter. I've got applications, too, specifically, though we've seen a lot more. Mostly scam artists. There's a lot of problems with the art industry today, and we need to be very meticulous with anyone who makes an offer. We've had people stealing artwork, stealing names to get reputation out the front gate, using AI generation, and other such things. With this easy to access and growing technology, it's increasingly dangerous to hire an artist for anything. You never know when someone is just tracing a piece, so we find ourselves having to check literally every single person, everything we can connect them to, and everything they submit before we can hire them. Of course, we have to reverse image search, find original artists, find any connections this artists have, double check those connections, and try to find very minuscule details to reveal AI artwork. And there's 1,000 ways to check for everything. The reverse image search is the easiest way to get answers, as most scammers will simply trace a piece and change a little bit to make a claim. Some will simply copy from site. Those ones are close enough to different to sometimes pass exams. But that's why we check multiples, in many cases, to make sure that nothing gets through. Nothing is stolen or generated. We plan on being 100%, and if that means dipping a little bit more into production costs, that's perfectly alright in my books. Or rather, your books, given, they're gonna be in your hand in hopefully less than a year, but maybe more. Of course, our New Year's goal is to get the artist and get things on the printing press within the year. Will it? I don't know. I can't foresee the future, or else I would have gone about this whole thing in a very different route that would have saved me a few $100s out of pocket. Now, in the time between getting an artist and starting publishing, I'm working on the Monster Manual, Bestiary, or whatever equivalent, which I'm calling the New Album Field Guide. We're also working on some smaller games, which will be free on our website, conquerorcreations.com, for you to download. One of which is a 2D6 system I'm working on about playing a cartoon character. Kind of fitting for where Steamboat Willie is now, but let's not talk about that. There's probably a few other games we're working on. We'll see what happens. But we need to figure out what bonus objects will be given as reward for supporting the Kickstarter. In all honesty, I ain't got a clue. An art book might be a good idea, but that's a bit costly. I'm hoping to get my hands on a 3D printer soon, so maybe I'll be able to make some knickknacks for the game. Perhaps customize some luckies for you to display or maybe play the game with. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. That's just what we have planned for the company. But we also have some internal plans that won't affect customers like yourself. Me and the other guy hope to be able to donate to charities using profit margins. Now, I have had type 1 diabetes since I was 8 years old, almost 20 years now. I want to donate to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Dustin, my partner, has been saying he wants to donate to a few possible options. We've been talking about adoption organizations to Alzheimer's research, and a few other things. Once we get big enough to start hiring people en masse, perhaps we'd be able to tell every worker to choose a charity to donate to. Honestly, we might find ourselves giving to people I don't agree with. For example, I'm Catholic and I wouldn't want to donate to an abortion clinic. But if the worker says that's what they want their portion to go towards, then who am I to deny them what they do with what's essentially their money? But now, let's talk about the channel. I've been trying my best to upload every Monday for the past year. I've missed a few times, at least twice by my memory, but I've tried my best to be consistent. At some point, I realized my Warhammer videos were doing the best, so I started doing every Wednesday, joining 19 other channels for Warhammer Wednesdays. Maybe it's the 20th others? I don't know how YouTube counts. I've honestly been considering doing another video every week, but that would essentially throw all my free time out the window. For now, you see. I usually only work casual job 3 days a week. On Sundays, I record and edit my Monday video, I run a Pathfinder 1st Edition game, and I do my normal worships. On Monday, I'll usually record and edit my Warhammer Wednesday video, though sometimes that gets postponed to Tuesday. Tuesday is up in the air, but Wednesday I drive an hour to Panama City Beach to run a Pathfinder game or play Warhammer 40k. Why am I telling you all this? Well, I admit, I live with my mom and my grandpa still. My grandpa is getting up there in age, and I don't suspect he has much time left, so I want to be with the man who essentially was my dad all my life. But I'm still converting a shed into a little house. All I need to do now is get the toilet and shower installed, but it's winter right now and cold as sin. Once I get that all set up and moved in, I could theoretically record any day of the week, as I don't have to worry about keeping anyone up when I get home at 11 or 12 p.m. But what would I do for that third video every week? Monday is just a whatever I feel like sort of thing. Wednesday is the Warhammer, perhaps Friday for the last one, perhaps something mindless, though I admit I don't really want to change my current schedule, as I know my Warhammer videos do best because they're the last video I put out before the weekend. What do you think? I admit I'm terrible at any video game I pick up. I love Soulsborne games, but I'm absolutely shit at them. I've been wanting to do an Elden Ring challenge run, but I can't because my computer just barely runs it if I'm not online. But I want suggestions from the maybe dozen of y'all that will see this video. Of course, the fact that YouTube keeps thinking my video views are bots will make it want to screw me over. But what can one do about this unholy website? Seriously, my Christmas video got 3 views, then YouTube said they were all bots. I was one of those views. I don't know what YouTube drinks, but I kind of want some. So the plan moving forward for Conqueror Creations, I plan on getting an illustrator, writing another book for a saloon, write a few more games that you can play for free. For this channel, I plan on continuing my 2-a-week videos, possibly add 1 more. For everything else, survive. That's all I can do, especially in this economy. But I think I'll do something to maybe explain how something happened on Wednesday.
And what is that, David?
We'll do a best of the worst, this time talking about the Iron Warriors and the Tyranids. But for now, shove off.